Now there's these YouTubers who are doing lost media type videos where they're talking about obscure and forgotten content that's been lost to time. And there's these big searches going on trying to find this lost piece of media. And then years later, some random person who wasn't even involved in the search accidentally finds the lost media somewhere in his attic or somewhere on a garage sale. Today, something like this just happened to me. But instead of me finding the lost media found me. Now let's get back to the very beginning to explain this story. A couple of years ago, someone uploaded a video onto YouTube titled Quran for Sleep, which is basically like a 10-hour long Quran reading of some famous Muslim priest. There's a guy basically reciting the Quran, okay? On first glance, you wouldn't really see anything weird with this video. It just seemed like something people would listen to while they're sleeping so that, you know, they're closer to God when they're sleeping, you know, some people just like that. It's basically the Muslim version of listening to rain sounds while you're asleep, basically, you know what I mean? But then something very weird happened, because some people who listened to it noticed a second voice whispering in the background. And if you listen very closely to the second voice, you can even hear what it's saying.
I overcome my fear from swallowing pills. I can swallow pills easily. I can swallow pills like anybody. Owen Brown is spending the rest of his life with me. Owen Brown is spending the rest of his life with me. Owen Brown is coming back to Oric University for me. Owen Brown listened to every word I say to him. Owen Brown listened to every order I give him. Owen Brown listened to every word I say to him.
Holy shit, this video, I'm not even exaggerating, spooked out millions of people. The original Quran for Sleep video by Sarah Ali got over 7 million views. And if you looked through the comments, every single comment is saying, this video is black magic, it's cursed, stay away. There's like hundreds of videos, some of them with millions of views, warning people to not watch Quran for Sleep because it's cursed, bro. So this video is one of the biggest internet mysteries ever. Just the biggest what the fuck is going on mystery ever. And there were major unanswered questions about this video, like who is Owen Brown, the voice that's being whispered in the background? Is this video actually cursed? And who even is Sarah Ali, the creator of this video? So after all those years, no one really understood what this video is about. And the mystery revolving Quran for Sleep slowly faded out. Until now, because a couple of days ago, I got an email.
Dear Radalive, I hope this message finds you well. I recently came across your video discussing me, and I would like to clarify things. I am interested in collaborating with you to share my full story, as I believe this could help clear some of the misconceptions surrounding me. I have seen various YouTubers create content about me, but I chose to reach out to you because I believe you are a genuine individual who would respect my privacy. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Best regards, Sarah Ali.
What? What the fuck am I reading? Attached to the email was this, which apparently shows her YouTube Studio Analytics page where you can see the Quran for Sleep video, 10 hours long, 7.1 million views, just like the original. So I responded, hey there, wow, this is probably the most unexpected message I've ever received, which is true. I think it would be extremely interesting to know your perspective on the whole Quran for Sleep legend. We could definitely hop on Discord call if you'd like, or did you have anything else in mind? All the best, Radal. This is probably the most formal email I've ever written in my entire life. 2 hours later, response.
Hello. I am reaching out to share my full story. I am open to using Discord. However, for privacy reasons, I prefer to communicate by typing on Discord. rather than through voice calls. Thank you for your understanding.
And then she basically sent me her Discord ad to message her on Discord. You know, but the thing is, I wanted to hop on a call, bro. I want to hear Sarah Ali's voice, bro. I want to see if it's an actual woman or some random 14-year-old that's pranking me, right? So I made her an offer. Okay, I see. I just sent you an invite on Discord. If you'd like, we could also hop on a call, but I could change your voice with AI. That way your voice is basically unrecognizable, but whatever you're comfortable with. So I sent her this email, and I waited for a response, checking my inbox every few minutes. Nothing. Absolute silence. And I was like, no way did I just scare her off, bro. No way I just scared off Sarah Ali because I got a bit too greedy, bro. I literally had her, man. She accepted my invite. Okay, let's see. So I click on my Discord, and this is her first message.
Hello. I prefer typing because people can identify my accent and guess where I'm from, whether it's Germany, France, Italy, Japan, Norway, or Brazil, or America.
Bro, why is she typing like that? All right, she's a bit secretive. Okay, James Bond. I responded, I see. Are you generally more of a private person, or is it because of the whole Quran for Sleep controversy? She said,
I am private person. I don't want people to find my true identity. So shall I start telling you my story?
well, if you really want to tell me what happened...
So, there was a guy named Owen Brown who was a mutual crush.
I did not finish.
He liked me, and I liked him back. He was hinting that he had feelings for me, but I was waiting for a confession from him. At a party I attended with people I know and Owen Brown, a stranger approached me and started talking to me. Being a polite person, I didn't feel comfortable telling that stranger to leave me alone. As a result, Owen Brown dumped me because of that stranger talking to me for about 12 minutes. Feel free to ask any question while I'm telling my story.
Holy yap. I see. What happened then?
After some time, I decided I wanted Owen Brown back, so I chose to use the law of attraction and positive affirmations to attract him. At the same time, I learned from my Muslim friends that the Quran is effective in curing the evil eye. And I suspected I might be affected by devil eye because I was experiencing back pain. However, when I went to the doctor told me I was fine. As a result, I combined the affirmations I created about Owen Brown with recitations from the Quran, listening to both at the same time to save time. Did you understand this part?
Holy schizo mode. Bro, what the fuck am I reading, man? So at this point, I was thinking to myself, bro, I'm going in some rabbit hole that I'm not gonna come out of anytime soon, bro. Evil eye, devil eye, what the hell is that? What exactly is the evil eye?
The evil eye is a curse in Muslim faith. They say when someone is jealous of you, the jealousy can materialize as back pain or headaches, or worse.
Okay, so because you got back pain, you thought someone cursed you with the evil eye?
Yes, true. Some Christians believe in devil eyes, and I am Christians.
Christians? Multiple? Is that a typo? You know, and the thing that made me kind of suspicious about this person, she would always make these very weird grammatical errors when she's typing to me, right? As if she isn't really fluent in English at all. So I was always like suspicious that this person might not be Sarah Ali, but some random guy from India trying to prank me, right? So I decided to really interrogate her and see just how well her story is built. So I responded, but why did you put the affirmations and the Quran together? Why not just listening to it separately?
Because I found it challenging to listen to the affirmation I made about Owen Brown for 20 minutes, and then having to listen to the Quran for 4 hours. So I combined both together by looping the affirmation about Owen alongside the Quran.
Okay, so she basically speed ran prayer. Something like that. Okay, so you basically wanted to speedrun healing yourself from the devil eyes and making Owen Brown come back. So you did both at the same time. Yeah, basically, right? Just a speedrun in prayer, bro. Let me just listen to 3 things at once, bro. Maybe I'm gonna get healed faster.
Yes, I wanted to do a speedrun LOL. And there was a good reason why I uploaded those videos to YouTube, although I made them for myself.
Yeah? What was the reason? And then she said something that made my alarm bells go off.
I didn't want to fill my mobile phone storage with a 4-hour-long video, so I uploaded it to YouTube.
Which is very weird, because the original Quran for Sleep video was 10 hours long, and not 4. Sarah Ali? Typo? Is that a typo too? That's strike 1, but it gets worse. So I responded, oh, that makes sense, to be honest. It didn't really. Basically, one of the main theories were that you made the video to kinda harness the spiritual energy from the people listening to the Quran for those affirmations. Kinda like stealing their spiritual power to make Owen Brown come back.
No, that's not true. People might ask why the affirmations about Owen Brown affirmation was a little toxic.
Affirmations about Owen Brown affirmation. Nice English, bro.
I was angry from Owen Brown over being dumped because of a stranger that talked with me for about 12 mins.
I was angry from Owen Brown, a stranger that talked with me. Bro, the longer this conversation goes, the more broken her English becomes, bro. She's like me, bro. Now, the thing why I was so suspicious about her weird English was because in the original Quran for Sleep video, if you remember, the voice in the background was saying,
Owen Brown is coming back to York University for me.
so I googled York University to see where that is, and it's in Canada. The people in Canada speak English. So how does someone who goes to a Canadian university make so many weird errors when they're talking? It doesn't make much sense, right? Like, you'd think she would speak perfect English. So I needed to dig even deeper. So I asked her, so you are a Christian?
Yes, I am Christian, and Owen Brown is Christian too.
Then why did you choose the Quran though? Since you're Christian, why not use verses from the Bible? And she's like,
Because my Muslim friends recommend to me listening Quran to cure evil eye, so I decided to try.
what? Why would a Christian listen to the Quran? Like, I know that some Christians like respect the Islam and stuff, you know, that there's kind of like almost like a brotherly love going on, you know, you believe in your God, I believe in my God, hey, we don't have to fight and stuff. I get that. But why would a Christian listen to the Quran though? It doesn't make any sense. It's not your belief, it's not your God, right? So that's strike number 2. I'm sorry. But let's ask some more questions. I think the robotic voice also said something about swallowing pills.
I overcome my fear from swallowing pills. I can swallow pills easily.
I guess you had trouble swallowing pills, so you wanted to get that sorted out too. Literally just speedrunning. Just put everything that you struggle with in this Quran reading, bro.
Yes, in the past, I couldn't swallow pills, and I have to take some medications for rest of life, because I have a non-curable disease that needs daily medications.
Bro. Oh god, bro. The non-curable disease, bro. Now there's another layer, bro. Now she also has an uncurable disease that she needs daily medications, bro. Multiple medications. Strike 3. Oh god, bro. Now we go into the Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction, bro. And the thing she told me next was even weirder than anything that came before. Okay, that's a pretty wild story you got there.
The story didn't finish.
Okay, continue, please.
A few years later, Owen Brown tried to get me back because he probably didn't find a good girl to love him, but I rejected him because I had gotten over him.
Okay.
Now, I want to tell you an information for my privacy, if you allow me, please.
Sure.
Owen Brown is dead. He died in a car accident.
Bro, this shit is fake as fuck, bro. This shit is fake as fuck. Who are you trying to fool, man? Come on, man. What? Actually, 14-year-old fucking dream SMP fanfiction level, bro. I'm sorry, man. This is not real. At this point, I literally thought about just blocking her and be ashamed for the rest of my life. But I'm not just gonna let her off the hook like that, bro. I've been so invested in the story, and now she's coming up with these weird fucking things going on in it. I'm not just gonna end this chat without figuring out who this person is, okay? I wanted to expose her. Let me find some questions to ask her about the story where she literally cannot find a good excuse. So I looked at our chat again, reading every single message over and over again, trying to find this one weird inconsistency. Something where she slipped up, but I couldn't find anything. I've been going through this chat a million times. I can't find any concrete evidence that she's bullshitting, right? But then I remembered the emails. Did she maybe slip up in the emails that she sent me in the very beginning? So I opened up my Gmail, clicked on our conversation, and then I found something that I cannot believe I didn't notice it in the very beginning. The truth with an F was literally always there in those fucking emails. Because usually, you know, on Gmail, when someone sends you an email, you can see the email address of the guy who sent you the message, right? But usually also right next to the email address, you can also see their first and last name. So because it's Sarah Ali, the name should be Sarah Ali, right? But it wasn't. Her name on Gmail, it was Osama Hussein. Wait a minute. Who the fuck is that guy? What? Why is there a male Muslim first and last name, although she said she's a woman called Sarah Ali and she's Christian? There are alarm bells in my brain, bro, exploding in my brain. So let me confront Sarah Ali and see what she has to say about that. All right, so you're a Christian woman called Sarah Ali. Huh. But why is your name on Gmail Osama Hussein though? Sounds like a male Muslim name. And then she responded with the dumbest excuse I've ever heard in my entire life.
I have Muslim friends. That all. My real name's Sarah. Ali is one of my friends' name. Shall I complete my story?
Bro. What the hell is this excuse? She skipped my question, bro. She didn't even say why her name is Osama, bro. She's like, yo, my name's Sarah. Okay. So my finger was on the block button, like on your mom, and I was basically ready to end this conversation. Her story is just way too sus.
Fades through time. In tombs of somber gray.
Okay.
To be real, but before I could block her, she sent me another message.
Finally, share with people my new channel.
What? youtube.com/@therealSarahAli. And then I clicked on it, and it just looks like a normal YouTube channel. Joined March 2020. The original Quran for Sleep video was uploaded in 2019, and this channel was created in 2020. I was like, wait a minute. If this is some random 14-year-old guy who's just trying to get my attention, did he really create a channel back in 2020 to troll me 4 years later, although he would have no idea that I would even make the video? Now it's getting a bit confused. So I asked her for proof that it's actually her channel. One more thing. Can you send me a screen recording of your YouTube studio so that I see that it's actually your channel? And then she responded,
I can't. Bekwasu. I changed the channel name so people don't find me.
do you not have access to the channel at all anymore?
I have access. Okay. I will send you a video later. Bekwasi, I have a lot of email.
Bro, what the fuck? I thought she's not gonna send me anything. She's literally just gonna block me on Discord, and I'm just left here wondering what the hell I just experienced. At least that's what I thought, because Sarah Ali did come back and she brought some gifts for me.
Hi again. I opened the YouTube channel and I discovered that I removed everything. But I have YouTube email screenshot for you.
A screenshot. And what do we have here? She got an email from YouTube about a takedown requests on 2 videos, one of them called Quran for Sleep, which makes sense because the original Quran for Sleep video did get taken down for copyright. Did she fake this? I don't know. And then she sent me more screenshots of her YouTube studio. Channel name Sarah Ali, 36,000 subscribers. And the actual Sarah Ali channel also has 36,000 subscribers.
Oh shit.
Bro, is this real? But I remember in the first screenshot that she sent me, her profile picture was green, right? So I was like, wait a minute. Why is the profile picture in her new screenshot blue, but her old one is green? So let me open up her YouTube channel and just compare profile pictures, right? I went to Google, I type in Sarah Ali YouTube to find the original channel. I click on the channel, and I get this. I'm the real Sarah Ali. Wait for my collaboration with a famous YouTuber. Bro. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Wait. You're the actual Sarah Ali?
Yes, it is me. Sarah Ali.
How is this possible? The typos, the name, the inconsistencies in the story. Nothing made sense. But it's real. It's her. You even see the screenshot that she sent me in the first email.
Do you believe me now?
I have to ask, why exactly me? Out of all those hundreds of people that made videos about you, some of them with millions of views, why did you choose me to tell your story?
Because I watched your video before, and I think you're a nice guy with a kind heart. I thought I can trust you to share my story. I feel like if I share my story with another YouTuber, he might leak my information. I also saw your donating to streamers video before, and the videos with your grandmother. It were funny.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Was that basically the story?
Wait. I have something to say to the world. Finally, I learned from my experience not to believe everything you see on the internet, because most of what you find there is likely a lie, or not the full truth. I created the Quran for Sleep video for myself. I only listened to it for 2 or 3 days, for about 30 minutes each day. Then I forgot about it completely, and I abandoned the YouTube channel. Then, for some reason, it went viral by accident. Lots of people thought the video is cursed or black magic, but it was never meant to be that. Next few people claimed that Sarah Ali made this video as a gift for her Muslim ex. However, neither Owen Brown nor I are Muslims. I was only interested in Quran. If I didn't abandon my channel, and had I known that my Quran for Sleep video would get views, I would have made it private or deleted it immediately. There's been some people who re-uploaded the videos under my name on YouTube and Spotify. However, that's not me. I'm sorry for Muslim people to misuse their holy book Quran. I hope they accept my apology.
Unbelievable, bro. So yeah, if you always wanted to know what the Quran for Sleep video is all about, this is it, bro. Mystery solved. Sarah Ali, thank you for talking to me and freaking me out a little bit. I appreciate your honesty. If you're someone who has a mystery to tell me or a dark secret or something, just hit me up in my emails, bro. Sarah Ali, bro, one of the internet's greatest mysteries is watching my Babushka videos, bro. Ain't no way.
Or I guess I should say stains. So the biggest story to come out of YouTube this year was obviously the stain on Mr. Beast's reputation. Or I guess I should say stains. This man was getting hit from every direction, from ex-employees to ex-girlfriends and business partners. Obviously, the most glaring of the allegations were the ones levied against his lifetime best friend Chris, who was on the channel since it began.
Why is it that someone who is in college, who's like a sophomore or junior at that point, what are you doing making friends with a middle schooler?
And if that did not have the situation looking dire enough, an unknown YouTuber named Dogpack would come out with his expose series, where he basically said everything about the Mr. Beast brand is fraudulent.
I'm a former Mr. Beast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you, enjoy the video.
From the challenges to the content in the videos, and even the man himself, Jimmy Donaldson, painting the picture that he is a sociopath who lies to his audience for fame, money, and clicks.
I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake.
But despite all of the drama and the various allegations, that entire situation has really come and gone, and the Beast brand has essentially weathered the storm without really having to answer to any of it, besides when someone said the Lunchley was molding.
I like my cheese drippy, bruh.
Okay, I'm sorry guys, I stand corrected. He did say that he hired a team to do an internal investigation where millions of documents and messages were apparently looked at and analyzed. And can you guys believe this? In their own investigation against themselves, they found that they did nothing wrong. Or more than likely, nothing worthy of a conviction. And they go on to blame their alleged misconduct on Jimmy being young and naive when he started the Mr. Beast channel. After all, with them being a company being run by someone without experience, how could they know any better? Is the narrative that they're sticking to. Adding that they would be firing anyone who was doing bad shit, and hiring a ton of new checks and balances in their company. Also in the statement, they explicitly addressed the man behind the Dogpack channel, Dawson French, saying they basically wanted him to cease and desist their name out of his mouth and stop making this video series. And this really leads me into the topic of today's video, because ever since he dropped that first nuke on Mr. Beast's head, this guy Dawson has been doing a whole lot, and now he himself is actually being exposed. But to truly understand his expose, you have to know that Dawson made these two other videos about Jimmy's employees, and I actually did not cover these other videos, but he made some serious allegations against several people involved in the Beast Empire without the greatest proof. After this, Dawson would continue to call Mr. Beast out on other social platforms and do collaborations with this girl Rosanna, who was really on the Mr. Beast is a shit person train before the allegations really came to light. In fact, at this point, I would call her the conductor of this entire thing.
The perfect response for Jimmy at this point.
I really hope that he would take accountability for the decisions that he made and be honest. He's already broken that trust, and if you don't have honesty, you don't have trust. And how am I supposed to forgive somebody if they're not even being honest?
And so they linked up to collab on more Mr. Beast topics, and they've really kept their foot on his neck, even reporting him to the fucking FBI. I mean, you had people out here praying to God, like, please never send me an op like her.
This is molded. That's mold.
And honestly, I think this guy Dawson was loving his newfound glory online and really relishing in his role in a story that mirrors David versus Goliath. But over time, he made some key mistakes. He was putting a lot of unfounded claims out to the public and drawing some less than unbiased conclusions with very loose evidence. It's kind of the reason I didn't cover these other videos he made, because a lot of it was based on hearsay or anecdotal proof from anonymous sources. And I think this sloppiness happened because once this guy got the attention, he really wanted to keep it and tried to continue to come out with damning piece of information after damning piece of information. And I do feel like that's how you start to reach for something that's not really there. And now, due to his botchy journalism, another guy is exposing Dogpack. He made a movie-length video debunking a bunch of the claims from Dawson's 3-part series, and he essentially paints Dawson to be like that little annoying bastard in The Incredibles who turns evil after Mr. Incredible basically told him to fuck off.
You're that kid from the fan club.
I'm your #1 fan!
I mean, he really does make it seem like Dawson was this disgruntled employee who was hell-bent on bringing down the Mr. Beast empire.
Dawson French is an ex-Mr. Beast employee who worked there for about 3 weeks, and after being fired, made or worked on videos filled with lies about Mr. Beast.
Claiming that he only worked for 20 days at the Mr. Beast sweatshop, but that in that time, Soggy says that Dawson was rude, he was disruptive, and apparently not receptive to demands or training from higher-level employees.
I will say it was a little uncomfortable with just me and him in the office. He gave weird vibes for sure, and I felt like very uncomfortable working in the office with him.
He goes on to talk about the outlandish video ideas that he was allegedly pitching.
His video ideas he came up with while working at Mr. Beast were weirding and creeping employees out.
I suggested a video for breast cancer awareness about buying 1,000 boobs. It's like maybe not the most professional way to phrase it, you know, it's a little clickbaity or whatever, but like the actual video is supposed to be paying for vasectomies and cosmetic surgeries for breast cancer survivors.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
Unironically, like I was getting pitched ideas like Jimmy trying every drug in existence.
Here's a message from Jimmy himself. I guess it's a meme of a fake video saying I filled my brother's house with and bought him a new one.
Oh, gross.
And even plays a leaked recording where Dawson was apparently begging for his job back after he was informed that he was being terminated.
Well, because you're trying to fire me, and I want to work at this company.
I'm the CEO of this company. If I'm talking, don't interrupt me. And I am telling you this is what's happening, and you're telling me that I'm wrong. I am not wrong. I've made the decision. Here, we will take care of it.
I appreciate that. Can I please have a second chance? I've been trying to get to this point of working on Mr. Beast for a long time. I think there are other people at the company. If I were to switch departments, that would be very happy to have me. I don't care about the salary.
It's not going to happen.
Now, most of the information he's relying on is from former or current Mr. Beast employees, so I would take everything with a huge grain of salt, because obviously there's a high chance they're going to be extremely biased towards Jimmy and against Dawson, who has hurt the Mr. Beast brand to the tune of millions of dollars. This guy even talks about the fact that his videos caused them to allegedly lose a lot of funding from sponsors pulling the plug on their agreements.
Actively, partners have pulled out because of these videos. There are people who will not walk or will have to delay in them walking because of the videos that Dog Bag made.
Either way, Soggy really hammers the point down that Dawson was obsessed with Mr. Beast.
Now we're starting to see multiple patterns. Hundreds of obsessive posts and comments on the Mr. Beast subreddit.
And like he had his Joker origin moment the day he was fired.
It's like he's just doing all this out of a personal grudge. Yes.
And that on that day he became the real manipulator controlling the narrative for the general public. He also dives into some of the more questionable methods Dogpack allegedly used to get his information for his videos, like allegedly recording phone calls without consent that were eventually used as evidence in his video.
You know, I have a friend who, you know, I worked with plenty of times outside of Mr. Beast.
Suck your offerings and go breed more rats. If you dare to muck up the king's practice again, I'll serve your dimwit son up for supper, myself. Ain't you that old loser? Where'd you come from, you bird-faced mug? Who cares anyway? I'll gobble you up first.
Oh, shit. Get the homies, get the homies. Yeah, get him, guys. Oh, God, are you pausing? Yeah, where the fuck you going? Oh, he's pissed.
Take this!
No! God. Okay. He had to call that shit out, though. Take this! Alright, fuck, right. Lemon crawling tiger, bloody tiger, limbs twisted, no time. Okay, that's cool. It's cool, it's cool.
Just thought it was just like a normal call, just checking up on him. And then the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, Dogpack releases like a 12 million view video where, you know, I just have a really crappy voice changer over my voice. And if you know me, like, you know it's me.
And I do want to be clear here when I say that Soggy does successfully paint this negative image of Dawson and debunk several of his claims. But at the same time, he's very biased towards Mr. Beast, often giving him the benefit of the doubt in most situations.
But it wasn't this top master plan by Jimmy to intentionally hire an RSO. It was a dumb mistake by an inexperienced adolescent starting up a business. You lied about them allegedly sleeping on a luxurious production yacht. No, they were forced to stay on a rusty barge for about an hour for their own safety and went back on their raft as soon as a life-threatening lightning storm passed. It's completely legal and fine to use someone else's signature if they gave you open consent to do so, and it doesn't devalue the signature.
And while these various employees giving their testimonies could be telling the truth, the perception of events is easily skewed when someone is depending on a person for their livelihood. And it's pretty apparent to me listening to these interviews that this whole situation and Dawson himself have been widely discussed by these employees over the last couple of months. And just because Dawson might have had an ulterior motive doesn't necessarily mean that some of the allegations against Mr. Beast were not warranted or were beyond question. The problem is once you get caught in one lie, or at least stretching the truth to support some sort of damning allegation, you really start to lose your credibility, and after a while no one is going to listen to the things that you say. Now with that being said, most of the things he debunks here, I personally do not care about. I mean, like, let's say Mr. Beast did this illegal giveaway to run up the bag. I really don't care. If the videos are fake or not, I couldn't give a damn. And that's really the case when either of these guys were talking about it. To me, I really just care about criminal or like immoral activity going on. And the main thing that Soggy calls Dawson out on that I felt was pretty serious was when he and Rosanna lied about illegal images of children being shared in a Mr. Beast group chat by Chris back in the day.
This isn't a work chat.
Yeah, and the message reads, so this photo is allegedly of Ivanka Trump when she was 13. Ava thought that this was possibly a 13-year-old and she's posting it in a work chat. A lot of people on the internet are labeling this picture as Ivanka Trump. I can't find any definitive proof that it is, but
That looks like her.
It does look like her. Like, yeah, it looks bad.
First of all, Dogpack and Rosanna used what they thought was a CP picture as clickbait for their fucking thumbnail. They even A/B tested 3 versions of it.
As we know, Chris had a ton of these nasty chat rooms going on, so this was really no surprise. And in the alleged messages from Chris back then, it's clear that he thought this was CP and he wanted to share it to everybody. But more research will actually tell you that it was a picture of an 18-year-old Ivanka Trump.
I'm sorry, but if I'd see my friends actively ranting about pedophiles and bashing them, I'd actually be convinced to not think they're a pedophile when they send degenerate memes like this. I just cringe on the inside while thinking that they have a degenerate sense of humor. Even Trey Yates, the person who leaked the work chat to Dogpack and Rosanna, refers to those memes as a weird thing Ava found funny in the past, instead of confirmed pedophile messages.
And I feel like this is where Soggy really puts his cape on for Mr. Beast. I mean, look, it's my opinion that Jimmy knew that his friend was a sick
became a moderator in the Discord chat where he was aware of the not safe for work, sexually explicit memes and images being posted.
I didn't know that he was a mod.
Yeah.
They lived together for quite some time. They had nasty, degenerate, borderline illegal images hanging up in their apartment living room. Mr. Beast allegedly praised the disgusting artist who created and who Chris paid for the degenerate art.
And here's some messages of people in the Discord saying, I did not expect to see memes at I should have expected I knowing Beast likes Shadman. So this is like a random fan in the Discord who knows that Beast likes Shadman.
I just really think that he knew his boy was on some weird shit, yet he decided to keep him around year after year after year. I mean, to suggest that he had no idea that any of the crazy things he did were going on, from the artwork to the Discord servers and the other messages, is just complete bullshit. Now, one thing Soggy does a great job of is debunking the claims about the video contestants not receiving proper compensation for their videos they were involved in, and other small discrepancies that Dawson had with Mr. Beast videos, and the validity of some of these competitions and giveaways. Let me be beyond clear when I say that this video is very well made. I do think think the interviews he did with various people were pretty well conducted, and he did a very compelling job framing his argument here. But I can't help but find some of the things about this video to be a little bit strange. Like the fact that Mr. Beast DM'd Pyrocynical and other drama-adjacent YouTubers essentially asking them to put a megaphone on this exonerating message that Soggy delivered.
I got a DM from Mr. Beast. Beforehand, I said, hey, can I show this like on a stream or in a video? And he basically said, I'd prefer if you didn't, but if you felt like it was necessary, then sure, go for it. So you can see the actual DM here. He's saying there's been a lot of disinformation around me these past few months, and I feel like Soggy did a good job hitting a lot of it with facts. Would love if you covered it.
He messages me, hey, I don't know if you've seen this video, but I know you've covered me in the past, and it actually proves a lot of stuff said about me was untrue. I'd appreciate it if you covered it. And he sent me the link to this video, and then he followed me. And honestly, it just feels like he's trying to do damage control because he looked so bad this summer, and it feels like he's trying to follow people and message them so that they're like, oh my god, Mr. Beast followed me, like, I don't want to talk about him.
And he also commented on the video itself with glee. And now it has come to light via an interview with Chug Logic that Soggy was speaking closely to Mr. Beast's right-hand man Dustin during the making of this video, and that he apparently wanted Jimmy himself to do an interview and make an appearance in his video, but that he decided against it because he felt like the employees would be less biased.
I realized like maybe I shouldn't interview Jimmy and I should completely leave him out of this. Yeah, Jimmy won't be unbiased, and his employees are obviously also not completely unbiased, like they work at the company, but it's still different, you know?
Oh, give me a break, dude. You and I both know that that's a huge crock of shit. I guarantee this guy would have loved to do an interview with Mr. Beast. I think that's what everyone wants right now. And I just love how he tried to paint this guy Dawson as the vengeful, disgruntled employee over and over again, and say that he's biased for that reason.
He is incompetent, petty, a liar, deceptive, and after all this, I just know that he is a disgruntled employee.
But now he can do the mental gymnastics to not apply that same logic to the people still working at the company? Like, is there not some sort of logical fallacy here? Soggy even straight up admits that this dude Dustin flew him out like a Miami hoe to do these interviews.
You obviously flew to America, right?
Yeah.
Did you cover those costs yourself, or did Mr. Beast in any way pay?
I'm gonna be honest on that. So I offered to do interviews to Dustin. And so I was the one who offered that, who wanted to do interviews. I reached out to Dustin about that. After he reached out to me, he said that he wanted to do an interview and maybe try to ask some other employees if they wanted to do interviews. But since it was last moment and very expensive, Dustin, as far as I know, paid for those. And not on a Mr. Beast card, because when I got at like the hotel, which they said that it was on the card of like literally his name, like his personal card, not non-company card.
Now that makes me think that he might have an ulterior motive, especially the fact that he never discloses this in his video makes him look really bad.
I don't know if I maybe missed it. Was that said in the video, or is it somewhere in your description, just to really get it clear that
No, it's not in the video.
And look, I'm not saying that Mr. Beast was directly involved in the making of this video, but I would not be surprised if he was in someone's ear on the team helping them craft this narrative, handing over a bit of evidence his team had been stacking to debunk these claims. This is all my speculation, of course. You don't think that he was aware that his current employees were being interviewed for something, and that he wasn't aware that a positive video was being made about him? Also understand that Mr. Beast is obsessed with YouTube and his brand. He's seen all the dog pack videos. He's seen all the more Pegasus coverage on the situation, and I really do feel like this could be his indirect way of fighting back. I mean, begging people to spread positive PR about him is very sketchy, to say the least. And now even Soggy is saying that that is exactly what Jimmy is trying to do, and that it apparently makes him mad because he claims that he wasn't trying to be a shield for Mr. Beast. Although I personally feel that that's exactly what this video was. Like, I don't know what else this guy expected, but he was caping for Mr. Beast for an hour and a half. I don't know, I just think that in this situation, no one is exactly trustworthy, from Dawson to Soggy, and of course Mr. Beast. I don't trust him at all. I don't know, when it comes to drama, there's just all these crazy twists and turns, and honestly the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. I don't think we'll ever get like a genuine statement from Mr. Beast. I don't think he'll ever do an interview in the future where they even allow like the person interviewing him to candidly ask about this, because I think he'll just shut all that shit down. Either way, I do want to know what you guys think about this entire situation down below. I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy More Jamari, and some other Mr. Beast drama out here needs to be covered, so I'm out. Peace.
Oh, goodness.
Take this!
No. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. Lassiter juice.
Monkey brain can be a proper treat. What's left is the king's to have.
Cut, visit patreon.com/traplawross, where you can sign up for just $2. On the 23rd of August 2024, Philadelphia rapper by the name of YBC Duel was gunned down in a car. To the outside world, this was another tragic loss of a young, promising rapper, a victim of gun violence in an inner-city war zone. But to the followers of Philadelphia drill music, his death was far from surprising, as YBC Duel had another nickname, Mr. Disrespectful, a moniker earned from years of disrespectful trolling of rival gangsters. He would diss his ops in his music, bragging about how his friends had killed their friends, and he would post videos that appeared to show him digging up the graves of dead rivals. And perhaps worst of all, he would troll his gang's victims' grieving mothers on the internet.
What do you think some of the most disrespectful things you've done? Obviously the one that comes to mind is, the notorious grave digging situation.
That's some new shit though, like, I've been drawn, like, one of the most disrespectful joints though, when I said I was gonna slap K3 mom though.
You were gonna smack his mom?
Yeah, cause she be dissing my homie. I don't know what she be on. She like old miserable mother.
With all of this dark trolling, it's no surprise then that many people online were not surprised by the death of YBC Duel. Many were in fact happy that this rapping menace had been taken off the streets. But in many ways, the life and death of Mr. Disrespectful is a symptom of a very demented and deranged music scene flourishing in Philadelphia. The emergence of drill music originally in Chicago saw the rebirth of a new disrespectful form of gangster rap, where rappers rap about real murders and disrespect their ops, dead and alive, by name in songs for millions to hear. And for thousands of the most dedicated fans of drill music emerged discussion forums on places like Reddit, where interested fans could discuss and follow along with the latest song releases and murders taking place in the Chicago underworld. This form of gangster rap punditry has now spread all over the world, with drill music scenes and their related fan communities all following along, keeping score of the gang wars and music about it in their respective cities. From the knife-murdering gangster rappers in London, followed by the UK drill subreddit, to the gun-toting Chicago drillers in r/Chiracology, or the blood and crypt monitoring world of r/Cali-banging in Los Angeles. Drill music and its surrounding culture has exploded in popularity all over the world, and Philadelphia is no exception, with the Reddit community Philly Wiki being the premier hangout and discussion spot for anything occurring in Philadelphia's gang or drill music world. However, despite Chicago having a long history of disrespect when it comes to ops, it seems that Philadelphia has now taken it to a new level, because beyond Mr. Disrespectful, there's crew after crew of Philadelphia gangsters turned rappers willing to say the unthinkable on the mic. And that's not just disrespecting the dead. In Philly, you have rappers killing multiple people and then rapping about it immediately afterwards. Not only that, but within hours of murders taking place in Philadelphia, rabid fans take to the internet and social media to speculate on the most juicy details, sharing surveillance footage of murders and analyzing gang hits and hitters like they're professional basketball players. All while the real-life district attorney for the city, tasked with shutting the gangs down, trolls them mercilessly in news conferences, making fun of the gangs' names and promising to take them off the streets for good.
Ultimately, this case is about YBC. And YBC, sometimes known as the Young Bag Chasers, has a new name. I didn't invent it. Somebody else did. The new name is you've been charged, and the newer name is you've been convicted. We did a press conference not all that long ago about a group called O to the 4. And at that time, we said O to the 4 was going to go to the jail, and they did. There is a group known as 524. Well, some of what we're going to talk about today will close the jailhouse door on 524. We're going to talk about CCK. CCK is going away. They better get ready. We're going to talk about a group known as 56th Street, and also sometimes called Christie Rec, because they can be found near Christie Rec at times. Well, we got a new kind of rec. We got a new kind of recreation for members of the group Christie Rec. You might call it SCI Rec, State Correctional Institution Rec.
Take this.
Christie Rec is going to get yard time.
The world of Philadelphia drill is like no other music scene in the world. So today, we're going to take a closer look at the city, so violent that some people call it Philadelphia, and answer once and for all, how has the city of Philadelphia become the most disrespectful city in drill?
In West Philadelphia.
People that never been to the city of Philadelphia, man. The city is rough, man. It's a rough city. Philly is like, it's like a pretty much like, don't want you to win, and people just, like, everybody out for themselves.
Something nice can even turn cold. And the streets of Philly don't even get to turn old.
Oh my goodness.
And B, you feel me? Pastorius and B, as you can see, you feel me? My block, where I get my name from, you feel me? PNB Rock, Pastorius and B and Rock, you feel me? Everybody around here got the same, like, little acronym in front of their names. Like, we get a lot of PNBs.
Hey, yo, where the fuck Ronnie at, yo? Ronnie, where the fuck you at?
Okay, yeah.
To say too though, all out CCK, LMG, 56th Street, Belmont, 38th Street, 38th Street, the Dub too, Collar Hill, Parkside. Like, is the real disrespectful on who you is. I will disrespect you.
You could be the next guy.
When I realized I started making money off dissing dead niggas, like, bro, I really make like.
When I was watching some of the documentaries about what's going on in the streets of Philly, it was saying that like the average for a long time was like 300 murders a year, and then the drill music starts to hit, and then all of a sudden it's like 500 a year.
You wanna smack his mom? Yeah, cause she be dissing my homie. I don't know what she be on. She like old million mother.
Well, why y'all did that far away morning? What they want? What they wanted? This life. Every time you ever jumped out or drove on a drill, never drove, you don't get no participation credit. You don't even drive on it.
That's what it's all about.
Participation for real.
Do you feel like you could make it out without dissing the dead?
Like, yeah, I can do that, but I want to be the first that do make it out from my city of dissing the dead.
Upon arrival, police observed the victim, who was later ID'd as Joshua Munson. He was suffering from multiple gunshot wounds.
New information about a deadly shooting on a basketball court in Philadelphia's Mantua section.
No, last time I've been in this park, well, Bud died.
A 6-year-old girl has been shot in a drive-by shooting in the 3800 block of Wyalusing Avenue.
In Port Richmond, a gunman shot and killed a 19-year-old man and wounded a 49-year-old believed to be the teenager's father.
Daewoo Scruggs, he recorded songs and videos to make people laugh. Tragically, someone killed him while he was recording a live video on social media. Police are offering a $20,000 reward for his death. It's one of 492 murders in Philadelphia this year.
One person is dead, 3 others fighting for their lives after a shooting in Overbrook Park.
16-year-old Amin Hurst is now in custody and facing charges as an adult.
Now leading the search for 2 escaped prisoners, 18-year-old Amin Hurst and 24-year-old Nasir Grant. 2 teens were shot in separate shootings in.
Wonder this damn thing is so long.
Oh, allowed on the bed, you.
Sean Diddy Combs is currently sitting behind bars as the federal government continues to collect evidence related to his decades of reprehensible crimes. Racketeering, human trafficking, violent assault, bribery are just a few of the countless offenses Diddy is being investigated for. However, crimes at this scale are typically not a one-man operation. So the feds start to question who could have been involved in, assisting with, or covering up his crimes. Jennifer Lopez has been a point of interest as she was in a relationship with the disgraced music mogul from 1999 to 2001, during which she was involved in a nightclub shooting that led to a victim being shot in the face and one man being imprisoned. The details of this case are very messy, and there are multiple strong sources that suggest Diddy was actually the one who fired the gun at the victim's face. But as always, he got away without even a slap on the wrist. Today we're going to deep dive into J-Lo's suspicious involvement with Diddy and unveil all of the details about that fateful night she does not want you to know. J-Lo made it very clear that the first time she met Diddy, she did not like him.
He was larger than life, but at first I didn't like him at all. You know, I didn't. I thought he was like, you know, ick.
Now, it's normal for first impressions to be a little off, but I find it interesting that she used the word ick to describe how she felt meeting him. That implies that she was disgusted or grossed out by him for some reason. However, she goes on to say that it's just because they had different views.
Sean and I were very different that way. You know, I was very like family oriented and a kind of a, you know, the married type. You know, I was actually, when we first worked together in the video, I was married, even though I was going through problems. Nobody knew that, you know what I mean? And I wanted my family, and even though at that time it was not going well, you know what I mean? That was who I was. That's how I was raised.
Despite Jennifer feeling like her and Puffy had different relationship values, 2 years later they would surprisingly end up as a couple. Over the years, J-Lo has been accused of getting in relationships or even marrying men to advance her career. And based on circumstance, that allegation holds a little bit of weight when it comes to Diddy. Firstly, when they got together, J-Lo was gearing up for the release of her debut album, On the 6th in 1999. But she needed a ton of help. You see, J-Lo was now 30 years old and was trying to prove herself as a musician. She had already proven herself in the industry as a dancer. She danced alongside MC Hammer in an episode of Yo MTV Raps, and then earned a job as a backup dancer for New Kids on the Block's performance at the 1991 American Music Awards. But her big break happened when she got a spot as a member of the Fly Girls, which was a dance group on the widely popular sketch comedy show In Living Color. But just being a dancer was far from the illustrious career she saw herself having. From there, she hired producer Eric Gold as her manager, where she was able to break into acting in Hollywood productions. Her first acting role was on the television show South Central, which was a comedy drama sitcom that aired on Fox in 1994. From there, she got more TV roles in Second Chances and Hotel Malibu, which transitioned to movie roles in Mi Familia, Money Train, and Jack alongside the legendary comedian Robin Williams. However, her breakout film was Selena, a biopic about Selena Quintanilla Perez, the queen of Tejano music, which is a genre blending Mexican music with elements of American country and jazz. Lopez made headlines as the first Latina actress to earn $1 million for a film. Not only did this cement her place in Hollywood, but it also earned her a Golden Globe nomination, making her a draw for future work. And despite her acting career about to take off like a rocket ship, she didn't want to be an actress. She wanted to be a musician. Embracing her Latin roots, Lopez recorded a music demo in Spanish, which sparked a bidding war among record labels, and ultimately she signed with Sony Music Group. The deal with Sony was described as lucrative, as they outbid major labels like Capitol Records and EMI Latin. As Lopez worked on her debut album, Sony launched a major campaign to promote her, leading to her appearance in Diddy's music video for Been Around the World in 1997. At that time, Diddy was an extremely powerful and popular music industry executive. He single-handedly developed and marketed the Notorious B.I.G. to hip-hop superstardom. His label, Bad Boy Entertainment, was an absolute powerhouse, signing some of the most successful artists of the late 90s. He had personally won 2 Grammy Awards in 1998, and he was known to throw some of the most lavish parties where countless powerful figures in the entertainment industry would attend. Being Diddy's girlfriend was quite literally a golden ticket to superstardom, especially in the music industry. It's also convenient convenient that Diddy's label was owned by Epic Records, which was also owned by Sony, the same label that signed Jennifer Lopez. Plus, Diddy was known to introduce and mentor new artists in the industry, such as Mary J. Blige, Usher, and Justin Bieber. And when J-Lo talks about her relationship with Diddy in retrospect, it sounds like she's talking about an old manager rather than an old lover.
He was great. It was almost like I was meant to meet him while I was making my first album. Because he helped me a lot. He was kind of like a mentor in a way. Not a mentor, but like guided me.
But
he had a way of
also-
communicating that put it very plainly, like, that sucks, don't do that. Or you need to do this, or you need to do that. Don't forget. Like, and I was smart enough to sponge up the things that were useful.
So when you factor in J-Lo getting the ick when she first met Diddy to then essentially signing to the same label while she's trying to prove herself in the music industry, it makes it seem like this was not love, this was business. And I got some business with you because today's video is sponsored by Aura, and it's a very important time to be talking about them. This year has seen a number of high-profile data breaches, raising serious concerns about personal information security. Dell, 49 million customers exposed. AT&T, 11.5 million customers impacted over 2 separate breaches. Ticketmaster, over 560 million customer records compromised. But most alarming of all, just a few months ago, National Public Data announced that they had suffered a major breach potentially impacting every American. The incident compromised over 2.9 billion records used for background checks, including critical personal information such as full names, addresses, dates of birth, phone numbers, and most importantly, social security numbers. It has been confirmed that members of the hacker group have released this sensitive information online for free. If you
I'm looking for a Haradrim named Donan. An old friend of his sent me.
At this hour, I'd wager he's in the keep. Check with the guard at the door.
you haven't been taking your personal information online seriously, now's the time to change that. You're more vulnerable than ever in today's digital landscape. Thankfully, I feel secure because I use Aura. Aura monitors your personal data, including your social security number, across billions of data points like the dark web and public court records to alert you about potential identity theft. Plus, Aura offers a variety of other features to keep you safe online. I'm not leaving myself and my family vulnerable to data breaches, and if you don't want to either, you can go to aura.com/PatrickCC to try 2 weeks for free. Diddy, who at the time went by Puff Daddy or Puffy, was at the peak of his career, and he
Tones, stay here, and we can go further.
I can take some with me. We have a visitor.
I gotta get you a more comfortable chair, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta take a break. Oh my goodness. Can't take no more.